Howdy friends, and welcome to The Average J. Having chickens is kind of a big responsibility. On the daily side, you got to play with them each day so that they get accustomed to people. You don't have to do that. I personally do that because I figure happy chickens means better eggs, more eggs. I don't know. But I give them fresh water twice a day, and I make sure that their food is filled once a day. But once a week, you got to do the dirty. And when I say dirty, I mean dirty. And I do mean dirty. Ugh. I have to clean out the brooders and the pen. And, you know, you say, oh, what a poopy job. Well, it is literally a poopy job. You know, these things, all they do is eat, drink, sleep, and poop. So there's quite a bit in there at the end of a week. So what I'm going to do is I have a separate container with some pine shavings in it. I'll take the birds out and I'll put them in there temporarily as a holding. I'll get theirs all cleaned up. You know, get all of the old litter out of it. Take everything that's in there. Take it outside. Wash it real good. Everything, you know, there's like little platforms, bowls, waters. Everything gets a good clean out. Put the fresh litter in, put everything back in, birds go in, everybody's happy. Everybody wins, yay! Unbelievable! Current situation is, I'm babysitting these little girls. They are my friend Lou's, and he asked if I could give him a hand for their first couple of weeks to get them started, because I kind of had a good setup in here. And over here we have my girls. These are my Golden Comet laying hens. And as you can see down in there, I mean, it's just a mess. You know, so we're going to get that all cleaned up, that little food platform. And over here, these are the Cornish Rocks. These are meat birds. And they're kind of funny, but I don't name them. I don't get too attached to them because they're only going to be around till about May 9th. Oh, look, chicken fights. But these girls and boys eat a lot of food. This container right here, I just filled yesterday about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see it's down to about a quarter left. But I'm going to get all of that litter out of there. Take their food and water containers, wash them off, and we should be nice and clean by that point. One important thing is making sure that you have your proper gear on. So I do make sure that I put some rubber gloves on, or latex, non-latex, I don't know, doctor gloves, I don't know. And I put on my muck boots, because when I go into with the meat chickens, you don't want to have good shoes on that. And you can rinse them off. I would highly discourage wearing Crocs or flip-flops, because you know where that poop is going to go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open this up and put our girls into the holding container. And they're probably all going to just fly out anyway, so. Oh, well, good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning, babies. Hi. Come on. All right. Calm down. Come on. All right, babies. Hi, babies. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I know. This is not their favorite part. I feel like I'm chasing chickens. All right, come on, girls. All right. There we go. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Hello, baby. I know. It's never fun. Never fun. Hi, baby. All right. One thing I always do, I always make sure I hold their wings. I don't want them flapping their wings and getting hurt. Also prevents them from flying away. Alright, babies. I know, nobody wants to be caught. I get it. Oh, such a fuss. Oh, you're the last one. Well, everybody else went. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. I know. Life's so hard. Now that they are in that, it is time to go to work. One thing I'll say is, over here, I have what I call the yucket. This is the yucket. And why is it called a yucket? Because all the liquids that I clean out every day, you know, where are you going to put them? Well, decided to just put them in a single bucket, and it's yucky. So I called it the yuck bucket. And my son says, well, just make it short. Just call it a yucket. So that's what that is, our yucket. We put all of our gross old water, food, cleaning cloths, everything, then go upstairs, dump it out. It works out good. I gotta take everything out so I can take it upstairs to clean it. All I need to do now is scoop the litter into a trash bin. This is also a good reason why you wear the gloves. One thing that you'll find is, if you've never kept birds before, they can make a mess. They kick up a lot of dust, a lot of feathers, a lot of litter. So whenever it comes time to clean, you got to make sure you clean the floor too. Also, on the floor, when I got my birds originally, it was pretty cold. So I just put some foam pieces down. Granted, the container is rubber, but I put these down as a little extra insulation because I do have them on, we'll call it a cold concrete basement floor. So I wanted to make sure that they were warm enough. I didn't need to for the rest because I got them after these girls. So I'm going to take it out now. And now the area is clean as I'm going to make it. And here's the reason why. I am not done with these birds yet. They're still going to be down here for a couple weeks. So it doesn't really make sense to make it like, you know, sparkling clean until after they're all out of here. But for right now, it is doable. Now that everything's outside, we're going to go ahead and just rinse it down. I don't use any kind of detergent or soaps on it for right now because the same birds are going back in and I don't want to have any kind of harsh chemicals in there. So I'm just using water to rinse everything out. If I was to be switching birds out, what I would probably do is I would probably take a bleach solution of a gallon of water and a teaspoon of bleach, mix it together real good and wash everything out with that. But because the same birds are going in, this is just going to be a real quick scrape and rinse. In case you're wondering, this is just a 110-gallon rubber cattle waterer, so it's pretty easy to clean. gotta say, these rubber bins are one of the best things. I think this one costs $5.99. It's not expensive, but it's very sturdy, and you can put anything, food, water, but I happen to turn it upside down and put their food and water on top of each of them so that they don't fly on top of their waterer and feeder and just perch up there. So by lifting it up, it takes them right up to the screen so that they can't sit on them. While it's drying, one of the things I gotta say is just from changing it out, the big bird pen is its own problem, but you know, just from 1 week of 5-week and 4-week old Golden Comets, it has made it pretty smelly. Just having that brooder out of here and having that old litter out of here has made a huge impact on the smell. Plus, I did light a Yankee Candle Macintosh, and no, they don't sponsor this. I just like Yankee Candle Macintosh. Actually, I like the cranberry chutney, but that is a seasonal candle that you can only get it around, like, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas time. So we collected what we could find at that point, and Michelle's pretty picky about me using those. She likes to hold them close to her and use them when she wants them. So I was burning a cranberry chutney down here, and she saw that and was like, ah! So she took my cranberry chutney away and gave me a Macintosh and said, here, burn this. You know, I'm surprised she just didn't give me, you know, like some lemon pledge and say, here, spray it, and, you know, you'll smell lemon or whatever. But it does smell a lot better. I'm just waiting for my items to dry, although I gotta say it's kind of humid outside and it's not real warm, so I'm probably just gonna wind up going up there and taking paper towels. You don't want to use your regular towels. Don't use your bath towels. It's not like that commercial where the guy's sharing his towel with the dog and smells and goes, oh, this is great, you know.
Honey, isn't that the dog's towel?
This is a used Bounty paper towels, Brawny, whatever. I don't care. Use newspaper if you want, but just get it dry. You don't want to have your brooder wet when you put your nice, clean, dry litter in. You don't want your birds getting wet. Before I put the litter in, I like to put a layer of newspaper down on the bottom because it helps absorb some of the dampness that goes through the litter. So, and periodically, when you saw me cleaning it out, I did pull a couple out by hand instead of using the scoop, and that was because it was on top of paper and the paper kind of acted as a scoop. So, but I always like to put down a layer of paper, and there's no rhyme or reason to how you do it, just put it in. Once the paper's in, you can go ahead and put your pine shavings in. I use Tractor Supply Company Flakes, the premium pine shavings, the white bag. It's nice and fine. I think it feels probably pretty soft on them. And one thing I will say, this bag is highly compressed. So you'd be surprised how much is actually in each bag because it's so compressed. So when you put it in, you have to make sure you fluff it out. Don't just leave chunks in there. So it's actually a little difficult to get out of the bag at times because it's so compressed within the bag. I like to put about 3 inches of covering on the bottom. I'll put 3 inches, and then what that leaves space for is periodically the birds might knock their water over, you know, and I'll have a little more dampness in there, but it's not, I can't justify changing the litter. You can't change this every day. it's too time consuming, will cost too much money. But by doing that, leaving a little space, if there's extra water in there, I can just take a handful of clean litter and put it on that one spot so that they're not on, you know, a damp spot, and it will help kind of absorb that. But I'm breaking this all apart, and like I said, I'm just trying to get about 3 inches worth of litter on the bottom. Another thing I try to do is, with that newspaper in there, I try to make sure that in the corners, if there's any corners of the newspaper showing, that I fold them back under. Because if those birds see that corner of the newspaper, they just start pecking at it and pulling at it. So I try to make sure all the newspaper is covered. And as nice and neat as I can make this, I would say 5 minutes, maybe not 5, I'll give them 10. 10 minutes after I get this done, they're going to dig holes and, I don't know, they're going to set up shop the way they want to anyway. So, I don't know, I guess don't be too particular about exactly where you're putting the flakes in there, because the birds are going to make it, they're going to put up their own blinds. They're going to set up the room the way they want to live. And this is what it looks like, final product. So you have a little roosting bar in there, and you have the platform and the bowls turned upside down, food and water, so that they don't get on top of the food and water before I put the lid on. So let's go ahead and get these girls in here. You girls ready to go home? You girls ready to go home? You ready to go home? Alright, let's put you home. Come on, babies. It's okay. It's okay. Whoa. Hi, baby. Hey, what are you doing? There we go. There's 2. Hi, baby. Come on. There we go. There's 3. Good babies. That's 4. And that's 5. And 6. See how they get on top of the food and water? 7. Come on, get back in. Get back in there. Come on. 7. And one more. There we go, baby. Come on. There we go. There's 8. And we'll try to get the lid. Nope. Trying to get the lid before somebody jumped up. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. And voila. The girls are changed. But one thing I gotta say, in case anybody noticed, I do not have a heat lamp on these girls. And the reason I don't have the heat lamp is because they're like 5 weeks old, and at 5 weeks old, you just have to maintain a body temperature or air temperature of 70 degrees. And here in the basement, it's always 70 degrees. So we're good on that. And as a matter of fact, here is the string that used to hold the heat lamp for them. So it just goes to show it has not been long. So that takes care of the girls. They are done. They're in there eating and drinking. They might have gotten a few feathers ruffled. Pun intended. But they're happy. They're eating and they're drinking right now. Next we're going to do the meat birds. It's a little different process. They don't have a food platform or a roost. So literally it's just a 5-quart poultry drinker and a food container, and I don't take them out. So what I do is I get in there and I take out almost everything and then just relayer. I don't do like how I did with these girls where I rinsed out the bin and everything. Their layer of flakes or bedding is much thicker. They're about 5 inches thick. So everything is pretty much going to be caught up in that, plus they had paper underneath. So as long as I get all of that up, it's going to be okay. They're going to be on bare concrete for, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, but that's not going to do them any harm. So let's get started on them. First thing I'm going to do is take the heat lamp and get that out of the way. And we're going to take the waterer out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take your water. So sorry. I'm such a jerk. Took your water. To keep this so that I can move it around, what I did was I put half hitches so that I can slide it up and down, raise it, lower it as need be, but still take the knot out if I needed to remove it completely. I mean, you can see it's pretty easy to take this knot out. Not quite a one-hand job, but pretty darn close to it. Oh, hey, what are you mad I'm taking your water? Don't be mad, bruh. Don't be mad, bruh. Spilled water. You made me spill water. Thanks, and it's not in the yuck bucket. That's okay. We can get that cleaned up. I'm doing it off camera, but I am putting the water into the yuck bucket. Alright, and that's going to be ready to go outside to clean. Alright, I am cleaning up the water that I just spilled with the washcloth. I can tell you right now, I've tried picking these boys and girls up and they do not like it. When I go in there, I'll show you. I'll pick one up, but they're not like the laying hens. They're not real big on the social aspect of farming. Watch. I'll pick one up. Let's see how they do. See, they don't like it. Alright. Hey. How you doing? Huh? How y'all doing? What are you doing? Huh? Hey, meat birds. I mean, look how big. Woo. They are getting big. Good job, babies. You're gonna get all your poop-covered stuff out of here. I did put a bowl of grit in here because I did give them a little bit of lettuce. I know they're a little young for that, but wanted to test it out. Okay. This is my hat. moving forward, I guess. The dunce hat, because I'm an idiot.
Idiot!
In my quest to change out all the litter, I forgot when I did it last week, I used up the other bag that I had. So here it is, Easter Sunday, no stores open, and I have no more litter to change the meat chicken pen. Thank goodness I remembered it before I started scooping all the old litter out. But the process is pretty easy. It's the same thing, just scoop it and all the newspaper out right into a trash can. I do use a snow shovel for that though. God, I'm so stupid. If only I had a brain.
If I only had a brain.
Anywho, I clean their water, I clean their food, and that is going to be about it. I guess that's going to end the video right there. I clean the water, I clean the food, I clean their heat lamp, and tomorrow, when Tractor Supply is open, I'll go get more litter. Yay, and change it out. Until then, happy Easter. Like the part that actually got done, and if you can, subscribe and support the channel. Have yourself a great Easter and a great day.